so we're going to start out with the basic ingredients that I use for this meal. We have butter. I have grated and shredded Parmesan cheese as well as cheddar. I like cheddar in mine. I use 1 egg, right, just to kind of add fluff to it. Heavy cream, Old Bay seasonings, and these seasonings are for the shrimp. Old Bay, black pepper, salt, nutmeg, cornstarch for thickening, paprika, garlic powder, and of course some parsley for the end product. Now you have to have onion and garlic. Scallion is optional, but you have to have onion and garlic for me. Like, I just think you have to have it. It gives it flavor. Next up is the shrimp, peeled, deveined, cleaned, washed, everything, and then I add broccoli to mine as well. You gotta use the fettuccine pasta, man. I almost forgot that I added a Scotch bonnet pepper. You have to have some sort of pepper in it for me. These are my preferred ingredients for shrimp Alfredo. Before I go on, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for watching. If you make this, let me know how it tastes in the comments. Please like, share, subscribe. Get at me and let me know if there's anything else you guys would like me to make. But for now, let's get back to the video. So I'm starting off with the pasta. So I'm using fettuccine. This is how I know shrimp Alfredo to be made, right? I'm using 2 boxes because one got guts, you know, we just need food for days and days, and it just makes sense. The way you cook this is crucial because if you want the pasta to be firmer, you have to cook it for less time. But if you want it to be softer, like I do, I cook it for longer than the 12 to 15 minutes that the box suggests. So at this time I'm putting the pasta to boil. You want to make sure that you choose a duration that will, like I said, you know, be good for you. Add salt, taste. Dog, you alright? Why are you hyper? This dog is hyperventilating now. Add some olive oil into the pot to prevent it from sticking together. I learned that from my Italian friend. I guess this is how they usually make it, but kind of give the pasta, just kind of jimmy it a little so they don't stick together while it's cooking. So now we're going to season the shrimp and leave it to set for a bit. We're going to add garlic powder because garlic, you know, in shrimp Alfredo, it's always a good flavor. So I want to add some of that. Add some Old Bay. I kind of use Old Bay for everything. I eat seafood all the time. It's literally all I eat, so it's a good staple for me to have. Next, we add some red pepper flakes. You don't have to put this in there. You can just add regular pepper if you have that. Let's look at black pepper. Because yes, like why not? You know, it's a shrimp. You gotta put some black pepper on the shrimp. And then we're gonna add some paprika, however you pronounce it. Just gonna put some in it, just to give it a little color, a little taste. A touch of salt. You don't want it too salty because hypertension, right? And then we're just gonna stir it up. We're gonna mix it well. We're gonna get all the flavors and the spices and everything in there, and set it down to kind of marinate until we're ready for it. Just checking on the pasta at this point. I turned the broccoli on to start steaming. You don't have to do it right then. You can do it a little later when it's time to kind of combine everything, but that's what I did. I put the pot on, I had it preheated, and I just added some butter to it so it start melting. I just need you guys to know that you don't have to use everything that's in this video or the same brand. If you have margarine instead of butter, it's not a big deal. After that, while it's melting, I just pour the water off the fettuccine and then set it down. So at this point, the butter should be melted, right? Nice and hot, ready for fry up some things so you can put in the chopped seasonings. It starts with the garlic. You need to put the garlic in first so you can get that fragrance going. Then you grab your fork, spoon, whatever to kind of, you know, mix it around in the butter. Kind of get everything situated. Add the pepper because that's just what I did here. Then you just add some of the onions. You don't want to add all of the onions because then you're gonna oversaturate the pot and then the shrimp won't get any space to fry. So you're gonna add some of the shrimp. I use like a whole bag of shrimp. It's like a 31 to 40 bag of shrimp. So I'm only adding some, and then I'm gonna go ahead a second time, add the rest to kind of get cooked properly. At this point, you're supposed to be checking to see if the shrimp is cooked on one side. So when it goes from like a translucent color to kind of pink, you know it's ready. You don't want to overcook the shrimp, so you kind of flip them on the other side for another minute and a half or so. and then you remove them so you don't overcook the shrimp. Overcooking the shrimp will, be noticeable if the shrimp is shrunken. So if the shrimp then is nice and big and then suddenly them just look tiny, the shrimp overcook and it's probably rubbery and you don't want that. Guys, if you don't learn something from me, learn this. Please to make sure so you clean up as you cook and you're washing your hands. Because you're not sure when you're going to touch something. You're not sure, if something's going to drop out of the pot on the stove. Clean up as you cook. Time for the sauce. So after you finish cooking the shrimp, you just add some more butter to it for it to melt out, right? Add the rest of the onion. If you feel like you have to add more garlic, room to the onion and garlic. Staples here. Staples. You gotta have them. Then you're gonna add some heavy cream. Guys, if you haven't noticed by now, none of my measurements are actual measurements. I just kind of add whatever I feel, and if I get a sign to stop, I stop, right? But for this, the more heavy cream you add, the more watery the sauce will be. So if you want more watery sauce, you add more heavy cream. If you don't want it to be as watery, you can add cornstarch if you put too much, or you can just add less. Now I'm gonna add some Parmesan cheese. Now this is what Alfredo is about, the Parmesan cheese. Some people say it stink. I love the smell. I love the taste. And I'm just adding, apparently it's the old bag now I add, right? Like I said, don't know measurement. And then you just kind of stir it in, man. Make it blend. I had cheddar cheese in the fridge, and that's the only reason it's in here. Probably shouldn't be in, Alfredo sauce, but on my food, right? So just proceed to stir the sauce until it is to your liking, Add a toops, just a toops of nutmeg. Don't over flood it with the nutmeg. What is the nutmeg for? I couldn't tell you. I just ended up doing it one day. Apparently I'm adding more cheese and heavy cream. Like I said, oh, the more the merrier, And finally, I'm lactose intolerant. But they say lactose intolerant people are the ones who don't care about themselves the most. And clearly I don't. So, adding cheese. I thought the sauce was too watery, so I added just a little bit of cornstarch, right? And I'm mixing it in. And this is where the egg comes in. Make sure you're only adding the egg whites to the sauce. You don't want any yolk in there. You probably wondered why I use a knife. A knife gives me a clean cut when I'm cracking an egg. So now is the time to combine everything that we've done. I'm just pouring the sauce over the pasta to take off from the earlier stages. So just, kind of mix it up, kind of get it down in there. Bit of little action here with I do. I don't know what you call that, but just do it to get the sauce all up in the pasta. You know what I'm saying? Then you add the shrimp. Add the shrimps. Then you add the broccoli. Like I said, broccoli is an optional thing in your dish. It's not usually a thing that's in shrimp Alfredo, but I add it because it's vegetables, right? Then you mix again until it's to your satisfaction. I need some action. Okay, now what you're seeing here is a classic case of what I call the cook and go lie down. So I cooked dinner pretty early and then we just go lie down for the rest of the time until I was hungry. That's what I add up right now. To reheat, all you can do is just add some more heavy cream to it, or milk if you have, and that should kind of sort it out. So yes, your food is now shared and ready to be devoured by you, because you did that, okay? You cooked a nice food there. Look how it look good. You put like a cheese on the top of it just because you're a chef, okay? You're a chef and nobody cannot tell you nothing, all right? I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys learned something. Please let me know how it came out. Like, share, and subscribe. Share the video with your friend that can cook so that them can actually have good food in them life. Send me pictures on my socials, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.